You know the deal. Make fun faces in the beginning of the video. So maybe that'll be my thumbnail. I do that every time, and yet still I get these stupid face looking thumbnails. I don't know. Somebody teach me the trick. Hello. It's been a while. I checked my channel and I haven't posted for 6 days. And the last video I did, which y'all should go watch, was about my book, Gripped by Grace, which is on my website, dancerainbow.org. There's like a whole tab under it. Gripped by Grace has a little video intro of mine, which is video before this one, if you could watch that one. It's available on Amazon now. Awesome. I'm getting some author copies shipped to me. So if people around my neck of the woods want to just get it off me instead, I didn't order a whole lot because, again, I don't know who's interested in my story. But I think it's a pretty good one. It's a good one to start out with. Gripped by Grace, as you know, is a little memoir about my family's, I don't know, never know how to say this. My family's journey through the darkness and how we found light on the other side. And if you're my Facebook friend, which you can be if you want to request me, plus I have Dancing in the Rain Facebook page. I've been posting ads that I made myself on Canva. I know, right? I'm getting so techie. It's like crazy. I know I haven't been posting as much as I normally do. But don't you worry. I'm coming back. Come back at ya. But it is Saturday, guys. And you know what I'm here for. And special update. That's how I feel about this, but okay. It's spring forward. Yeah, I know. Listen. I'm a lover of the sunshine too. I don't like it getting dark at, as I'm leaving my second place of work H&R Block, 5:30ish. I get that. It's just the whole, like, if you know me, or ask one of my sweet little 6 and 7-year-olds, what is one of Mrs. Demai's favorite things to do? They're going to tell you sleep. Read. Read and sleep. That's what they'll tell you. And I am it's not going to happen. I was going to try my hardest not to miss out on my hour of sleep, because I was going to try and sleep. I was going to try and trick it and go to sleep an hour earlier, because I got to get up early, get myself to worship practice before service starts. So, yeah, I was like, I'm totally going to get that hour of sleep in. They're not taking my hour from me. Things were late. Things. I got home from work, had some stuff I had to take care of. Took care of some ministry things. Made what my child requested for dinner. I know, right? Because Scott always cooks, if you don't know this. I do know how to cook. I've been told I'm a rather good cook by quite my family people. Scott enjoys cooking, though. I know he might laugh at that, but he really does. Like, he loves to get different ingredients and all that jazz. And so Scott does most of our cooking. Well, if you have been following me, last Monday, he had hernia surgery. And then he had some other stuff going on, too, with his colon. The doctor had to fix some blood flow and all jazz. Well, that has left him laid up. And he's doing well. Fixed them all up. I got pictures if you want to see them. But you got to ask nicely, and I got to send them in a message, because, I got a lot of people who said they'd faint if they saw them, but they're really not that bad. But, the hernia repair was bad. I'm sure he's in a lot of pain, but pictures aren't graphic, or, you do see a pelvic bone, just saying. Anyways, standing for long periods of time will get him, obviously. His body was opened. Well, they did it by a robot. Do everything now by robots. But he's still recovering. Unfortunately, to the chagrin of my children, that means mom. But he has tried to like to make some dinners, and he shouldn't be. And anyways, my child also requested was we make this thing buttered chicken. I just cut up chicken breasts and fry it in butter. I know, totally healthy. Don't tell my sister Christy. I don't know if she watches these. And then butter noodles, because my 19-year-old, that's what she wants. Butter noodles. Whatever. I'll give it to her. So buttered chicken and butter noodles, I guess, is what we had. I didn't even eat yet because I wanted to get this video filmed out there so all my checks are taken care of for the day. And I wanted to remind you, night before church day. And my pastor gave a preview of what he's going to be talking about, and it's armor of God. And guys, I know, God thing, I've been actually keep finding myself turning to the same exact scripture. I was actually reading it this last Wednesday during prayer night, which both encourages and makes me nervous. And I'll tell you why. So different things have been going on in my life. Isn't there always, though? Isn't there always? So God's been teaching me a lot. What he's been teaching me, number one, is obedience. God is going to tell us to do stuff that we don't want to do. That's long and the short of it. Parents do that. I tell my kids stuff all the time that they have to do, that they don't want to do, but they still have to do. And sometimes a lot of times they don't listen, and then they miss out or something. And if I'm not obedient to what God tells me to do, even when I don't want to do it, then I miss out. It isn't him missing out. Because no matter what he's asking me to do, he can still get it accomplished. Frankly, he can do it himself, or he can assign it to somebody else, and then they get the blessing. But, so, I was having a conversation with Jesus yesterday. We were chatting about a particular situation. And, well, I shouldn't say that. We weren't chatting. I was like yapping at him, as my young kids would say. I was yapping. I was doing a lot of yapping, not a lot of listening. So I'm just like over it, and like messaged my pastor, and because that's what I do. He and I, like, it's a joke. Like, every time I message him, I put on the very top of it as a warning, word vomit. Because if I have something quick to tell him, we're cool. But if he really needs to be like, oh, here goes Teresa, he needs the word vomit warning. So a word vomit warning, and I just like lay it all out for him, you know. And I gotta tell you, my pastor's a good one, and I've told you that before, and I'm going to tell you that again. So Kinport Assembly of God, Cherry Tree, Pennsylvania, 10:30 tomorrow morning. It'll actually be 9:30, but you can do it. You can do it. Go to bed right now. Listen to me. Go to bed. You can do it. Again, no dress code, no this, no that. Don't bring anything. Bring your family. That'd be awesome. So, Pastor Thomas, what did this man say to me? What does God have to say about that particular situation? Pastor Thomas, did I not just explain to you all of the ways that I've been downhearted, and discouraged, and treated? And your answer is, what does God have to say about all that? You're supposed to be like, yeah, and do this, and tell him that. And of course he's not, because he's Pastor Thomas, and he and God are like this. Which is why he usually gets a lot of my word vomit. So then I told him the truth. I said, he said, what does God say about that? And I said, I'll be honest with you, I'm doing a lot of yapping and not a lot of listens. So I guess that's my assignment for tonight now, isn't it? And he put like a laughing face and was like, listening is always a good thing. I'm like, yeah. But in listening, I'm still going to be listening. I haven't done my Bible study yet either. Because I like to do that. Like, I know I should do it first before I start doing all the other things. But I like to snuggle on down with the Bible and, get my notes. I did actually listen to a sermon. That's going to have to be another time, though. But it was on one of my faves in Joshua about when he declares that, as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. That'll be another video. But Pastor said about listening, and I said I would. And then we would report back. And I said to him, though, I said, but Jesus and I are kind of tight, so I kind of know like where this conversation's going to go. And it's going to go something like this. Teresa, I put you there. Because I know he did. I know he put me where he put me. And he's going to say, did I stutter? That's what he's going to say. I know him because I know Jesus. And he got a sense of humor. And he's going to say, you're a blessing where I put you. But you have an enemy that prowls around like a lion that's looking to devour you. What did you expect? If you were in the will of God and you are just doing it and walking it out, not saying that I'm like doing it, being great and all that, but I'm trying. Like I'm trying to listen to God. I'm trying to do what I can do, trying to reach out to people, trying, this YouTube channel, my website, my books. I'm trying. And I'm not trying for me or any glory of me. And those of you who know me know this already, but I'm just making a general statement for those of you who don't know me personally. This is all for the glory of God. I'm a shy introvert. Don't like this. I like sitting at home and reading and writing books. That's what I like to do. I also like to teach 6-year-olds. That's what I like to do. But I do it for God. Anyways, for those of you who are interested in my listening, into my listening forte. So I did all my ministry stuff that I do and put it all away. And I'm doing this other video thing. And like I sit down on my bed after, food's done and whatever. And it's, now it's 10 to 8, but really it's 10 till 9. And I feel it's jabbing in my butt, which I'm sure you'll find amusing. Jabbing in my butt. I have these Bible cards that I bought off probably Temu. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word, but China company. And sometimes like when I send cards to people, I write in the cards, and sometimes I send these little verses because they're little and they can be stuck places on mirrors, on car dash, like different places you can stick them. And they're scriptures and great reminders. And sometimes, and I always pray over my cards that I send out. I pray over, if I feel like a little card relates to somebody, I give it to them. But I had already packed up all my stuff. Put it in the bag, tied it off. It's over there. Figured if God brings anybody else to mind, then I'll write it down and I'll take care of it. But I was done with that part. And sure enough, I get a jab in the butt. Just say it. I got a jab in the butt, and it was this beauty. It was jabbing me in the butt. Apparently I'd missed it when I was gathering up all my cards. And it says, Psalm 27:14. Wait for the Lord. Be strong, take heart, and wait for the Lord. And believers, that's how I hear from God. I mean, I do hear from him in my heart and in my scripture studies and in other people, but when you get jabbed in the butt, you literally get jabbed in the butt with God, and he gives you a scripture, you're like, the one card that didn't get put away that should have got put away, jabbed me in the butt. Wait for the Lord. Be strong. Don't you give up, Teresa. Don't you give up. You know your assignment. You know your opposition. Teresa, be strong. And take heart. Take heart. He sees me. He knows me. I'm seeing him working in ways I couldn't imagine. But wait for the Lord. The verse begins and it ends with wait for the Lord. So, he's going to do something awesome. He already does everything awesome every day. I mean, legit. I'm like, I know that was you, God. I know that was you, God. God, that was a good one. But in this particular situation, that's what I'm going to do. I'm taking this. Don't you worry. And it's going to be in my face nonstop. Wait for the Lord, be strong, take heart, and wait for the Lord. Psalm 27:14. All right. And it's soon going to be back to our regular scheduled programming. Oh, also I forgot to mention Wednesday, y'all, my baby turned 21. I know I don't look old enough to have a 21-year-old, but I do. Happy birthday, William. The boy who made me a mom. The boy who taught me so much about life. The sweetest, kindest soul in all the world. Who's single and available. For a sweet Christian girl to just stumble upon. He's going to kill me, but I don't think he watches these. But yeah, so, like I said, crazy. Scott's surgery, Will's birthday, and I didn't want to post on Will's birthday unless it was something about Will because that's his day, he's 21. And then just things, But I wasn't going to miss a Saturday to remind you to get your butt to church. It's so life-sustaining, guys. I've tried it. I've tried it the other ways. I've tried to get through this life. Even with faith, on my own. The COVID, post-COVID years and TVs and watching it online. And no. Listen, you need a family, a faith family. You can have your own family too, because I got mine. But you need a faith family. You need that family. I think I read this on Facebook this week. You need a group. I got myself a group of girls who they dig a hole in the roof to lower you down to Jesus if they got to, but they getting you to Jesus. And in my church, Kinport, Assemblies of God, Cherry Tree, Pennsylvania, 10:30 service. I'm telling you, friend. And we don't just got girls though, too, by the way. We got men. We got men of God. Men, women of God who are ready to stand with you and become family with you. And wow, you're never alone. They help you hold on when you feel like letting go. They hold your arms up when you feel like you can't. Good people. And then, of course, we have Pastor Thomas and Cece, Pastor Cece. Such good leaders. Changed my life in unknown ways. Anyways, I got to wrap this up. So I think I got a little listen from God tonight. And I'm going to do my Bible study in Joshua, I believe, tonight. And I will see you all tomorrow, if I can, Kinport Assembly of God, 10:30. But don't forget, it's actually going to be 9:30 because we got to spring ahead and all that jazz. So, I love ya. Hopefully we'll be seeing more of me this week. See you soon.